In my comments over time, I have seen a lot of people provide feedback, criticism, whatever, about how I pronounce the word ocarina. In Italian, it is absolutely pronounced with an O, ocarina. And it's the same in just about every other language with an a, e, I, o, u vowel sounds. In Japanese, it's ocarina. Think Zelda no densetsu, Toki no ocarina. So you must be thinking, if all of these languages say ocarina, why might we say ocarina sometimes in English? That is because we are speaking in English, and it's a borrowed word from a different language. But again, is ocarina really correct? Let's think on borrowed words. When you borrow words from another language, they typically change to follow the subsequent language's pronunciation rules. Like enchilada in Spanish is typically pronounced enchilada in English, or guacamole in Spanish is guacamole in English. There are definitely some boundaries to swapping pronunciation rules. Like, please don't say jalapeno when you're saying jalapeno. But you also don't need to go so far as to say jalapeno when you're speaking English. You can say jalapeno, you know? Balance. And you know, saying jalapeno, like, I think took years off of my life living in California and being a fluent second language Spanish speaker. Ay, Dios mío. I am definitely aware that the optics of a white American man saying, hey, it's okay to mispronounce words in other languages could come off as not great. But I will also say I do speak 3 languages fluently: English, Spanish, and Japanese. So saying in English you don't need to pronounce other languages' words exactly as they're pronounced in other languages holds true on the flip side. And I'm talking not just words, but also like names, proper nouns, etc. For example, McDonald's in Japanese is makudonarudo. It's the same word, just following Japanese pronunciation rules. And my name, Andy, is very similar in Japanese, Andy, but as you've noticed, it's slightly different vowel sounds. Andy, Andy. And my full name, Andrew, is completely different. Andrew Andoryu. Before I was trilingual, I had the opinion that you should always pronounce foreign loanwords and names exactly as they are pronounced in that language. But that's simply unfeasible and unrealistic for most languages. Imagine having to completely change your accent, the way your mouth moves, etc. I'm gonna give you an example on just how unfeasible that really is of changing your accent and pronunciation rules word by word throughout a sentence. I went to the restaurant Ocarina Ramen. They had a fusion birria udon, which I ordered with a pint of Sapporo with a side of ceviche. If I didn't pronounce anything perfectly, it's because I was switching between pronunciation minds every other word in my head, and I need you to forgive me on that. But an easy rule of thumb to balance respect for another language with realism of the limitations of having your language's own pronunciation rules as close as possible is to just pronounce words from another language that are spoken in your language as close as possible to their original pronunciation, while staying in your own language's pronunciation rules. So to do that same sentence over again, reasonably, I went to the restaurant Ocarina Ramen. They had a fusion birria udon, which I ordered with a pint of Sapporo and a side of ceviche. It's not perfect, but I'm speaking English, and English pronunciation rules typically supersede in a normal conversation there. But let's circle back to ocarina versus ocarina in English. Which is it? If we're following that rule of pronounce another language's words as closely as possible within the confines of your own language's pronunciation rules, it sounds like it should be oh-carina in English because we do have the vowel sound O in English. So should it not be ocarina? We have many words and names with ah sounds when used with o. Think omelet, octopus, obstacle, obligation, omni-man, Conrad. I could go on. And many of these are loan words or loan-ish words too. Clearly, for many of us, oh-carina would feel much more natural to say when we are speaking using English pronunciation rules. But for some people, oh-carina might also be more natural. In the same way we say obligation, we can also say obligatory. Ocarina, ocarina. So you know what? Both are correct, and depending on the country, based off of one singular Google search, so it could be wrong knowing all of Google's AI BS shenanigans going on, both are official pronunciations. But I looked up a ton of pronunciation videos and all of that, searching these videos in English and using English search terms, how to pronounce ocarina. 8 out of 10 of them had people pronouncing it as ocarina. But again, Italian and many other languages say ocarina. So please, unless someone is saying ocarina with an a, please stop correcting each other. Whether you say ocarina or ocarina, we are all correct. And seeing as I haven't uploaded in like 6 months, I do have some life updates and channel updates and stuff like that. I'm alive. I apologize for not uploading for over 6 months. Tons of life changes have taken my attention away from YouTube, like finishing grad school, starting a new job, going on way too many trips, and worst of all, getting back into old school RuneScape. After going to OpenSauce back in July, when I helped my friend Big Rig Creates run his booth, I met a ton of creators, some of whom I found out watch my videos. They were like, oh my god, you're Andy the Ocarina guy? I've been watching you for a long time. So happy to see you. I'm like, oh my god, other people watch my videos? I've been so rarely like spotted on the street or spotted in places as like a YouTuber that it's always like, whoa. But going to that event and meeting all these creators and being surrounded by just creative energy left me so inspired, and it lit a fire under my butt. Don't leave me. I'm alive. I want to make videos. I'm literally making videos as I'm speaking to you. My camera is there. My camera is also there. I'm making videos. And thank you to my patrons. Y'all really shouldn't be giving me money with how little I've been uploading over the last year, but it is deeply appreciated nevertheless. A year or two ago, I made like a patron exclusive Discord when I was like really pushing my Patreon, but I never did anything with it. I realize it's kind of useless if I don't do anything with it and nobody's on my Patreon. So within the next month or two, I'm gonna make that public. Caveat, I'm not ever going to post the link on my YouTube channel. I'm gonna put it in like a free post on my Patreon. Because my patron exclusive Discord is kind of useless for everyone involved, I am going to make it not useless. But otherwise, I do have a lot more projects and announcements in the works, so stay tuned. And whether you say ocarina or ocarina, you are welcome here. Just be nice about your preferred pronunciation. Or else. Happy tootin'.